No, you don't stop. You don't stop. You don't stop. You don't stop. No, you don't stop. No, you don't stop. No, you don't stop. No.
Check it. Yo, as time keep ticking, the rhyme keep kicking. My mind keep tripping, but I keep on. Sunrise, sundown, one prize, one crown. Realize that my team dreams strong. Somewhere between yay and a little of outcast. Who was thinking and figured I outlast competition upon my mission to bomb the system beyond my vision. You wanna listen only cause I will not stop till I get in position for the shit that I got locked. The right button on the stopwatch, never touch that unless it's another lap and you got rock. Still hear another album, even after Pac got shot and the rock got dropped. Forever bubble like the block got hot with my Daft Punk crack that I just got chopped.
You don't stop. You don't stop. You don't stop. You don't stop. No, you don't stop. No, you don't stop. No, you don't.
And now, back to the studio with our analyst, Joe Brannan.
ESPN Insider Joe Brannan here with this week's edition of The Joe Show, where the focus is always hot topics from all of professional sports. Today, I will be breaking down the NFL's concussion problem and what, if anything, can be done to fix this reoccurring issue. Concussions can be caused by hits to the head with the shoulder pad, the helmet, or with direct contact to the ground. Frontline Concussion Watch states that there have been 645 documented concussions in the NFL in the last 4 seasons. The 2015 season saw the most during this span with 199 total concussions that were documented by the league. This number, however, may not be completely accurate because according to Fansided.com, 1/3 of all concussions are not listed on the league's official injury report. The problem with concussions is that these brain injuries are connected directly to CTE, or chronic traumatic encephalopathy. CTE, according to Boston University, is a progressive disease of the brain found in mostly athletes with a history of repetitive brain trauma. This disease is most commonly associated with memory loss, confusion, impaired judgment, impulse control, aggression, depression, and eventually dementia. A study released in October showed that 87 of 91 former NFL players who had their brains donated to science tested positive for this disease. Most of these former players died of natural causes or accidents, but some who suffered from severe consequences of concussions and CTE found it necessary to take their own lives. Dave Duerson, for example, the former safety for the Chicago Bears, shot himself in the chest at age 50 in order to preserve his brain for study. The night before, right before killing himself, he sent a text message to family as to why he was taking this route and to what he wanted done with his brain. Upon further investigation, he was found to have the disease CTE. Junior Seau, a Hall of Fame linebacker, took the same route as Duerson at age 43. Many lawsuits have since been filed by former players against the NFL for compensation for the trauma they now face. So now that everyone is aware of the possible injuries caused by football, what is the mindset of current NFL players? Chris Borland played in the NFL for 1 season. He was on his way to a long, successful career when he abruptly retired. The former 49ers cited the risk of concussions the reason to call it quits. He described his retirement as a preemptive strike to hopefully preserve his mental health. Borland, in an interview with ESPN, stated he is reluctant to even watch the NFL now because of the apparent dehumanizing violence. Borland's retirement is a direct threat to the NFL as his actions could spark more and more players to retire during the prime of their careers. Less than a week after Borland issued the statement, retiring early will become the norm in the NFL, Buffalo Bills linebacker A.J. Tarpley followed in the footsteps of Borland. Tarpley retired just after 1 NFL season citing concussions. He received 2 concussions his rookie year in the NFL that sparked him to make this decision. Will more and more players follow Borland and Tarpley, who have appeared to pave the way for this movement? Or will the NFL make changes regarding player safety to reduce the risk of concussions? In the past few seasons, the NFL has placed spotters on the sidelines and in the press box to spot players who appear to be concussed after a hit. These spotters have the power to stop the game and to have the player removed and examined. Before, the player wouldn't be able to be examined until stoppage of play or until the player removed himself from the playing surface and had himself examined. Not many players, though, would choose to have themselves taken out of the game, especially in key moments. So this is a big movement for the NFL. Also, the league has been giving out hefty fines for illegal hits during games. In 2015 alone, over $323,000 in fines were issued towards players for roughing the passer penalties. $178,000 worth of fines were issued on the benefits of late hits, $133,000 for hits on a defensive player, and $49,000 on helmet-to-helmet hits. All this information was found via SportTrack.com, who tracks fines and suspensions in NFL. These fines are a direct action of the NFL trying to clean up the game and increase player safety. New helmets are also being employed for the use of NFL players. In 2014, Riddell announced the arrival of the new SpeedFlex helmet. This helmet is now worn by some NFL players and has a flexible pad on the front that redistributes the contact throughout the entirety of the whole helmet so the force is evenly distributed along the head and not just into one area. These helmets are an effective way to fight the risk of concussions, but not all players wear them. If the NFL were to enforce all players to wear these helmets, it's possible that concussions could be reduced. Never will concussions be eliminated from the NFL and from football, but reducing the risk for the players is a must. That's all the time we have here for this week's edition of The Joe Show. Thanks for watching. Stay safe.
Da-da-da, da-da-da.
Boom.